Okay, I am here with Elizabeth Eigerman of the Mount Holyoke College Republicans up in my neck of the woods. And Elizabeth, I gotta say, the words Mount Holyoke and College Republicans are words I've interviewed the Harvard College Republicans, but the idea of Mount Holyoke College Republicans, that's got to be a lonely group to some degree.
Well, I mean, there's only really 5 of us, but we're very much the baby of Cassie Dillon. Has her own website, The Lone Conservative, and everything. And so, she's really the one that keeps us together and make sure that we're bringing interesting speakers. Last semester we brought Antonio Okafor to speak, so, we do our own thing. There's only 5 of us.
It must be difficult, especially in that environment. I mean, do you get a lot of pressure from the other students? Do you get I know that conservatives online and conservatives in colleges, especially, who stand out, get a lot of grief. Do you get a lot of grief from other students then?
I mean, I don't really stand out. It helps that I'm very libertarian, very much when it comes to social views, do whatever you want. The government should be out of the business of marriage. I think it would be very different if I was vehemently anti-trans or something. I think I'd get a lot more grief. But because I'm pretty much pro-LGBT rights, I don't really get much grief from other people.
Now, do you get approached by folks who say, "I'm really with you," but don't want to say it out loud?
Occasionally. I know there's at least one person that we drove away from our meetings because we're a little too animated for her. But we have a particular reputation on campus that means we could have a few more members, but people are not interested.
Now I'm going to ask you the questions that I've asked everybody here, because I'm trying to get together data points. All right, Trump year 1, thumb up, thumb down, or
thumb down. I mean, it's not as bad as it could have been. It's not as bad as I was worried when he got elected, but he's not the greatest president.
All right, the thing you liked the best about Trump year 1 and the thing you liked the least?
What did I like the best about Trump year 1? I honestly don't know. I've never been asked that. I think people are much more politically engaged. Everyone knows who the current press secretary is, that sort of thing. That no one cared under the Obama administration. No one knew anything. Everyone's just much more engaged because Trump's president. As when it comes to my least favorite thing, it's the fact that after Charlottesville, he was like, "There are good people on both sides." I mean, come on, the other side was Nazis.
All right. 2018 Republicans 1-seat advantage in the Senate, but a very favorable electoral field. 25-seat advantage in the House, a little more difficult. What are the odds you give of the GOP taking the House, or keeping the House, I should say, in the Senate?
I'd say they're actually pretty good odds. I don't really follow enough as far as congressional politics to have good ideas about that, but
don't worry about that.
But yeah, I'd say they're pretty good odds. I mean, the real problem is the Democrats just don't have a farm team.
And what would you advise, if you wanted to say to President Trump, all right, what could you do to help the Republicans keep the House and Senate? What do you think he would have to do in order to help them out?
I don't know. I mean, if I got to advise Trump on anything, I'd tell him to leave his Twitter. But
that has been that has been, no matter where people are on the spectrum of conservatism, that has been the most common answer I've gotten from people concerning that. All right.
It's a problem. He keeps insulting other world leaders.
Okay, 2 questions left, and then I'll let you go.
All right.
DACA for the wall. If that's been mentioned as a possible deal, would you make that deal? Would you trade DACA for the wall?
So stupid. It's such a waste of money. It won't actually do anything about illegal immigration. I just don't understand.
But would you make the deal, DACA for the wall?
I guess. My real thing is it's such a waste of taxpayer money to build the wall. It doesn't. The majority of people who are so-called illegal immigrants are people who overstay their visas. It's not going to, putting up a larger wall is not going to prevent them from overstaying their visas.
That's a point that I have not heard a single person raise that point, which is a very good one to make.
Yeah.
And finally, is this your first CPAC, your 5th, your 12th?
This is my first CPAC.
What made you decide to come? Or did you come as a group, the College Republicans?
Came as a group. Like our first meeting, Cassie Dillon said, we're going to CPAC. And I was like, sounds great.
Now, I've got to say, most people here are probably a lot more conservative than you.
Yes.
So it must be, is it a little bit of culture shock?
Not really. I've yet to overhear anyone say anything where I'm like, sort of the help of the internet is that like I've seen some pretty wackadoodle conservatives in general that have gotten pretty used to conservative views.
All right. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy your CPAC.
You too.
Thank you.